What's up, what's up, what's up? I appreciate you so much for keeping up with me, and I hope that you've gained some game that will help you calm the chaos and make some more bread in your brick and mortar business. So let's not waste any time and let's get into today's affirmation. Today's affirmation is, I enjoy multiple streams of income. You know the affirmation's always tied to the topic, right? So you guessed it. Today we're gonna be talking about adding another stream of income into your e-commerce business. It seems like the dream for a lot of e-commerce store owners to one day take their business to the real world and open a physical store. There's really no better way to connect with your customers than to have that in-person interaction, being able to really dial in on their needs, build trust, and even build that infamous basket and make more money. Look, I get it. But let's not forget the risks involved in opening a brick and mortar model. Today, I'm gonna take you through some things that you should consider prior to opening a physical location. Whew, are y'all ready? Y'all know I don't sugarcoat anything, so let's just address the elephant in the room. There is a huge barrier to entry, and it's called cash. There's no other way to put it than to say brick and mortar businesses are operationally expensive. There is a significant amount of overhead by comparison to operating an e-commerce model. We all know that there's a lease involved in opening a physical store, but what about everything else? There's store design costs, graphics, fixtures, POS equipment, labor costs for employees, and increased inventory for grand opening, and to keep your store full throughout. Not to mention a grace period when you're just opening to allow sales to normalize, which may take months before you have a true indicator of performance. Secondly, when I mention needing additional inventory for grand opening, you have to account for the need to invest additional money into inventory to keep the store full, keep it fresh, keep it inviting. It's so easy to be a little more creative with inventory levels online, but it's very apparent when you walk into an empty store. In store, you need to keep the mentality of sell one, replace one. Meaning when you sell a piece of inventory, you should be replacing that with the inventory to keep the store full and engaging for the customer. Keep in mind that if you decide to set up your inventory to match both in-store and online, someone on your team will have to remain extremely diligent about removing sold merchandise from the floor promptly so then it does not get double sold and create customer disappointment. One other huge difference between e-commerce storefronts and physical storefronts is the obligation to stick to predictable and consistent store hours. When you run an e-commerce store, a customer can buy at any hour without requiring direct assistance from you or your team. When you open a brick and mortar location, you have to commit to you or your team being present on location during all operating hours, day in and day out, rain or shine, if you feel bad or not. To avoid turning customers off and them showing up to your physical store only to find out that you're closed, you should select operating hours and stick to them. The only reason you should change them is to extend them during holiday season. Lastly, I want to speak about your potential buyers. When you're online, the world is your oyster. Your ideal customers can buy from you in Australia, Washington State, Alaska, Greece. When you open a physical location, you are immediately reducing your reach to the people that can actually travel to your store. This is only a huge risk if you don't do your research. You should heavily examine the market that you're looking at opening a location in to ensure it matches your target market and demographic. One huge advantage to having an online business first is that you likely have a ton of statistics on who your customer is, so aligning that customer information with the location is definitely a cheat code. I hope I didn't scare you off. A physical location can be such an exciting and rewarding venture if you've done your research and planned adequately. One reason I love brick and mortar retail so much is because it brings people together. It allows you to create an experience which has been lost with its price-driven e-commerce sister. I'm gonna give you a real-life example. Imagine you're a customer for a minute and you're going to buy leggings online at a retailer you've never shopped before. You check out reviews, you hope for a good description on whether they're squat-proof or not, and you hope it'll make your butt look good, right? Then you see a matching top as you're checking out, but you wanna see how you like the leggings first. So you place the order, you wait a week to get them, only to be disappointed by what was probably paid for or fake reviews. Now you have to pack them up, return them. It's a whole hassle, right? Now imagine you're going to pick up your favorite lunch in a local strip mall. As you're pulling up, you notice a new store with cute leggings in the window. The store is bright, and you see people walking in and out of the store creating a buzz. The store is playing great music that's seeping out onto the streets, and the store just feels alive. You head in and you're immediately greeted by a smiling sales associate. She gives you your space, but you still feel welcome. You walk around the store feeling the different materials, and you even grab a couple to try on. When the sales associate notices you gravitating towards certain merchandise, she comes over, she tells you all about how those are her favorite for doing HIIT exercises, which just happens to be what you just signed up for, right? Not only does she make you feel more confident about the leggings, but she tells you all about this new gym that's doing a free trial. She hands you a free Cliff Bar to try out when you go. She asks if you want to try them on, which of course you do. As the two of you are walking to the fitting room, she asks if you also need any sports bras or tops for your new HIIT workout. You're thankful she reminded you, and she, asks what size you are, and she grabs them. She lets you into the fitting room, and she lets you know that she'll be floating around if you need another size. As you try on the merchandise, you love the quality, you do a couple air squats, you can tell in the mirror that they're squat proof, the bra's a little tight, so you ask for the next size up, and she grabs it for you. You're even in the fit room doing a little two-step to the music, you're loving the whole experience. So you go check out, spending 3 times as much as you did online because of the incredible customer service and the ability to try things on. So using that example, you can see what a difference the in-person brick and mortar experience can make from a customer's perspective. As you consider everything I mentioned today, really spend some time curating what you want that experience to look like and translating that into your company's culture so every person on the team embodies that experience. I hope you found this helpful. As always, like and subscribe and swing on over to my IG, Farrah Cosby. And if you want to schedule some time to talk about how I can help you in your business, head on over to my website at www.farrahcosby.com and click that link. Talk to you guys soon.